Hi, good evening. My name's Councillor Penny Rainbow and I've had the pleasure and I'm very privileged to be able to open this event this evening on behalf of Newark and Sherwood District Council for actually Councillor Mrs Saddington, who is unable to be here. It's been a really super event and it's only really just kicking off. The event has started with the community ride for young children, which has given them the opportunity to ride through the town centre traffic free, which is amazing, and they've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've just watched them come back. They're tired, but they've enjoyed it. We've also got here a 3 times gold medalist, Ed Clancy, and we've also got a young gentleman called Rupert Brook. Well done, Rupert. It's really good that he's here.
My name is Rupert and I'm here doing today leading the front of the Newark racing. I've been cycling in France, camping and cycling London to Paris really. I wanted to raise money to the bereavement centre.
My name's Jess Brook and I'm here today as the mum of Rupert Brook, who is the youngest known person to cycle from London to Paris and has raised an awful lot of money for the bereavement centre. Well, he ended up using the bereavement centre services when we lost my husband 3 years ago. It was a tough time for both of us, particularly Rupert. He was young, and his dad had taught him to ride a bike before that, and cycling. We got really into cycling together through lockdown when there was very little else that you could do, and it has really been a great coping mechanism for him, for myself. And he took up racing at the end of last year, and he's a really talented little cyclist and wanted to do something and give something back to the bereavement centre. And so we came up with the plan of London to Paris, which seemed a bit crazy at the time, but yeah, he breezed it. It was all pretty normal. We were just cycling at the weekends. He was doing his normal races, going to training, until I'd say a month before, and a lot of people got very interested in it, and all of a sudden we are both doing interviews. We had ones the Saturday before we left. We had ITV came first thing in the morning, had BBC a couple of hours later, and then the Monday, 2 days later, we had CBBC coming to film. So it's been a bit crazy. It was a great buzz. When we first set out, I thought he'd done a challenge in the winter for a local charity to us called Dove Cottage, a hospice, and he'd raised £8,500 for them cycling up some hills near us. So I thought it'd be nice if we could at least break even with that. Never in our wildest dreams did we think we'd get to where he's got to now.
So my name's Ed Clancy, 3-time Olympic gold medalist in years gone by. Yeah, so with Rupert, he's the youngest lad I believe to have ever done the famous London to Paris challenge. 7 years old is he, which is it's quite admirable to be fair, because when I was 7 years old I don't think I was doing anything other than trying to pull a wheelie on my mountain bike, so good on him. I believe he's raised 35 grand for charity. You know, which is pretty remarkable for a youngster, so good on him, and it was nice to do a few laps around here with him tonight. So far I've done the community ride and a Brompton race, but yeah, it's all kicking off now. The youth racing's underway, and it won't be long before the big guns in the women's and then men's races on soon after.
We're spanning a whole age group really here. The mayor's been out on his bicycle, but no, it's a super event, and I'd just like also to thank the volunteers, the organisers and the sponsors of this event, and long may it continue.
Well, today is a family affair. I think it's important that we get families and children and grown-ups working together in harmony for cycling, because cycling is a new thing for people to come and stop going in their cars. A lot of young people are out here today. Families are here with their youngsters earlier today. I've been in Newark for 25 years, and I think it's important that we get people to come to the town centre, especially in the evenings, because things don't generally happen unless you go to the local pub or something. But I think it's important that our events in our grand marketplace. It's a great place to visit, Newark. It's got a lot of history. It dates back to the 1600s and so forth, and it's inspiring people to come into our market town.